Listen, here's why self-improvement is literally fucking with you and your entire life. And it actually has zero or very little to do with self-improvement in and of itself. It has to do with the frame of mind that you enter a book, that you enter a seminar, that you enter a new course, etc. Because the self-development industry very much loops on the idea, and this is really the topic of the video, on the idea, my friend, that you are not good enough to do XYZ right now. That you have a tweak, have a broken little thing in you, in your mind, your subconscious, etc. The problem with this message and the problem with marketing your materials, or people and coaches marketing their materials in this way, and I'm sure that I've done it in the past as well, it's propagating the idea and the belief in people's minds that they need to fix something in themselves first before they can take action, before they can really do something or do it in the right way. Now, I'm not fully against this, because there is something to be said for making certain shifts in your beliefs, in your psychology, to be able to increase your level of performance. I do this with people, right? Is one of my businesses is really about performance coaching. So it's not me hating on it at all, because it's literally one of my professions, right? And it has been for a long time. And I've helped a lot of people, right? Make a lot more money or increase their relationships or their confidence, etc. So I'm all for self-improvement, but here is the big key I want to propose to you in this video, and it is to come at it from a different frame of mind. I'm already good enough to do all these different things that I want to do, start my business, grow my business, etc., etc. But I'm just getting extra tools, extra guidance, extra shifts to accelerate it even. Think of it like acceleration. Think of it like that's the word, improvement, but it's not fixing, right? A lot of people actually subconsciously maybe go into these fields with a mindset of, oh, I'm fixing myself, right? Because the problem that you get into there is like you get in this loop where every time you kind of put your success behind a little gate or your goals behind it, and you're like, oh, I first need this one new answer, I first need this one new thing, right? Before I can actually get the thing that I want. And obviously that's super toxic and it's super unworkable, because I want you to understand that to be able to get to your goals, it's literally just where you currently are, point A, and point B, where you want to go. And you want to go in as straight of a line possible from A to B. So you don't want to be zigzagging around and doing all this random shit, right, that you think you need to do to be able to do that. Like, I'll give you a great example. If you see a pretty girl at the bar, what's the most effective way to go and open a conversation with that person? Probably you see the girl and you just walk the fuck over, start a conversation, introduce yourself, whatever you want to do, and there you go. The conversation is started. But a lot of people would go into like, oh, I first need to know exactly what to say, I first need to know this, I need to know that, how do I do it, I'm wearing the right fucking shirt, any of these things, right? And then they go and they orchestrate the strategy. I'm not saying this is everybody, but it's pretty common, I think. Oh, I'm gonna, casually get a drink there and la-di-da-di. And I mean, even if the girl doesn't notice, you notice to yourself. Like, you're telling your subconscious, like, dude, I need to do all these weird little things to be able to make it seem cool that I'm gonna talk to her. The point being, you don't want to come from a frame of mind where you need to fix something in yourself to be able to do something. That's really what it is. It's really not your fault if this is something that triggers something in you and resonate with you, like that you have been doing this, because that is just marketing as well, right? So I understand. One of my other companies is a marketing agency. It's called Digital Presence. I fully understand, because in marketing, you want to market your thing also as, the new thing, the one thing you haven't tried yet, the new revelation, right? And obviously there is also sometimes new revelations. There is also sometimes new ways of doing things. To be honest, a lot of marketers just, slap a new name on something that's existed for dozens of years. But even that doesn't have to be wrong, because it can definitely be brought to you from a new perspective, from a new light, and it might make you understand it. Like, I'll give you a very quick example. Ericksonian hypnosis from years and years ago, and then now you have some of the, like Marissa Peer, or some of these new hypnotists that are coming online that are, getting a lot of views and that are pretty famous. Really, they're not doing something wildly different than the guy who kind of invented this stuff, right? But obviously, it's someone carrying the new movement. Getting back to the point, there's not per se something wrong with that, but you just want to realize and understand these marketing materials and, these coaches or these gurus that you follow, and it might even be me in the past or sometimes that I've said something that made you think this way. But it's very important to understand it. If you're in this space, if you're consuming this content, ain't nothing wrong with you, bro. You're good. You're fine. You're A-okay. So you can get to work. You can do the things you want to do. And any personal development is just fuel on the fire, right? Obviously, if you're walking around with a belief system of like, oh, money is bad or something like that, obviously something like that is definitely something that you want to tweak, that, you know, is going to limit your performance a lot. But you just don't want to come from the frame of mind that because there's some limiting belief, you cannot do anything, right? Obviously, it's going to accelerate your performance. Obviously, you're going to run into self-sabotage and stuff like that, but you do want to take action. Okay, so once again, I'm all for rewiring your beliefs, checking with your limiting beliefs, etc., all these things, but never come into the frame of like, oh, I first need to do 6 months of personal development before I can take any action, because that'll just keep you stuck. And honestly, action brings up certain issues, right? It just brings up a limiting belief because you notice, oh, now I feel like, you know, chilling on the couch, what's going on here? And then you bring up the limiting beliefs that are at play, and that's also how you grow as a person, right? So combine all this personal development with action. Don't get stuck in this loop of thinking, this is the one I still need to fix, I still need to fix, I still haven't found the secret or whatever for me to be able to perform. No, dude, it's very simple. It's cause and effect. And yeah, there might be some beliefs that are limiting you, and it's great idea to get a coach, but start taking action, right? Start doing the things you want to do, and then all those things will come up. That is really personal development through like a performance coaching lens, right? You are already ready to perform and to start doing shit, but it's accelerating. So I hope you get it. My friend, if you have a question, drop it down in the comments. For now, I'm responding to all these comments myself personally. Leave a like if this was actually of some type of value for you, and also subscribe if you want more of this in the future.